Narrators are an important part of the text. In Bovril's play, The Secret River, this features a narrator, Drummond, who plays a critical role in the development of the plot by providing insights on the inner turmoil within characters, and basically emphasising the conflict between the colonists and the indigenous people. My first point is that the narrator can play an important role in making the audience feel for the characters, by providing insight about them. Bovril uses this aspect many times throughout the play. An example of this aspect is on page 52. The line, "Thornhill thought of the crowded streets of London and of the cells of Newgate Prison." He uses techniques such as the narrator's voice and declarative sentences to tell the audience Thornhill's thoughts and what he is thinking about, which gives us more insight into the character. This is also important because the only audience and the narrator know these types of situations. My second point is the narrator also has an important role in describing or retelling the story of what has happened in the play. Bovril uses this aspect throughout the play. An example of this is on page 82, with the quote, "The tide was with them. Windsor had no more than a couple of hours away, sagely lying in the slopes of the water." This is constructed using a narrator to reveal the setting through declarative sentences and visual imagery. This tells the audience that the narrator plays an important role in describing the story and saying what is and what has happened. My third point is that the narrator also has one final aspect left in a play, that the narrator can be in charge of displaying ideas throughout the play. An example of this concept is in the line, "Thornhill felt his face burdened with shame. He never seen a naked woman stand there in front of him." Page 28. This is constructed by the personification of face and the metaphor burns. This portrays the difference between the Aboriginal people and the white settlers, and that they think very differently of each other. And importantly, the narrator portrays this idea. Thornhill is different because he wears clothes and thinks of it differently from the Aboriginal people, whereas they don't wear clothes. To wrap things up, in a play, a narrator plays a significant role in the text. Drummond, the narrator in the play The Secret River, is critical in the development of the plot by providing insights on the characters and the conflict between the colonisers and the indigenous people. Point 1 is that the narrator creates an impact on the audience through character development. Point 2 is that the narrator has a role in describing the story. And point 3 is the narrator can be used in displaying messages and meanings throughout the play.